Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am the DeeJay, and I'm back. I was on earlier this morning casting Newcastle versus Chelsea. That was the early game. Took a little break for the Aston Villa Brighton game, which Brighton did come out on top of 2-1. Got some breakfast, hung out with my roommate, his girlfriend, and the new dog. And now we are getting ready for Tottenham versus Manchester City here today. Let's see the lineups. I need to adjust the Spurs one just a little bit. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the City lineup. But yes, we are back. I am doing two casts today. I usually don't do two casts because it takes a lot of energy, and usually I'm playing soccer in the morning. But as I mentioned in the earlier cast, I am going on vacation tomorrow once again. So I know I have left you all for 9 days during 2 Premier League weekends and a Champions League week a couple of weeks ago to go down to Kentucky and go climbing with my friends, which was very fun. And now I'm getting ready to go to Mexico with my family. And I just got tested for COVID, and it looks like it came back negative, so we're Gucci. But yeah, I'm going to be there for the whole week for Thanksgiving and the weekend as well. I'm not sure exactly what time I'm flying back, but I doubt I'll be able to cast on Sunday. So if we do have a Monday game, I'll be back for that, and then I'll be on through Christmas. But because I'm leaving once again, and because I feel like I haven't been streaming soccer a lot, and I want to, I'm going to do a doubleheader today. So this will be my second cast of the day. We did the 6:30 game. We'll be doing the 11:30 game. And we're excited for this one as well. Tottenham, Manchester City, 2 pretty big teams here. A lot of people have been hyping Tottenham up as potential title challengers. I do not feel that they are title challengers. I think their squad is short of that. But they have had a very good start to the season. Of course, Kane and Son have been electric. And City have struggled for certain in a lot of their matches to start this year off. And I think we have company. They're watching the Indiana game out there, so hopefully my microphone settings are good and we have some of the sound being blocked. Yeah, we're getting into the City Tottenham game here. We'll go through the lineups really quick here. We got 7 minutes before kickoff. So let's look through the City lineup, and there is one notable absence in particular if we look through this one. So Ederson Moraes going to start in goal, per usual, and this is a usual 4-3-3 for City. I got Joao Cancelo, Aymeric Laporte, Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker making up the back four. So Joao Cancelo going to get a start here at left back. Has been fairly impressive in his substitute appearances, and so finally gets himself into the starting lineup. Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne are going to make up the midfield trio here. So a bit of an attacking one. Bernardo Silva, typically someone that also likes to be in advanced areas, is a little bit better at linking play than maybe someone like De Bruyne, who's really looking to get it in attacking areas. And Rodri will be the base of that midfield. So no Ilkay Gundogan, who was fielded for Germany in their international games. Of course, one of those notable international games was a gigantic 6-0 loss to Spain, one in which Ferran Torres, who is starting here on the left, had a hat trick. So coming off some good performances for Spain, has been getting more and more time at City and has looked pretty good. So Ferran Torres will get that start on the left. Note Raheem Sterling out there on the left will be absent from the starting lineup today. Not exactly sure if he's injured or just maybe tired from international duty, but he will not be starting this match. Gabriel Jesus and Riyad Mahrez will make up the rest of the front three there. So very strong lineup picked here by Pep for this big matchup against Jose Mourinho's side in Tottenham. And for Tottenham, we have Hugo Lloris, per usual, in goal. Back four of Serge Aurier, Toby Alderweireld, Eric Dyer, Sergio Reguilon in the back. Moussa Sissoko, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg will be making up the base of midfield, the midfield duo there, with Tanguy and Ndombele going to be in advance of them in that midfield trio. And then the front three of Son Heung-min, Harry Kane, and Steven Bergwijn actually going to get the start here today. So no start for Gareth Bale. Will not be Lucas Moura either. May still be dealing with the tweak he suffered before the international break. And so Steven Bergwijn will find himself on the pitch today for the start. Another strong lineup picked for Mourinho, but of course all eyes got to be on Son and Kane. They are the moneymakers for this Tottenham side so far this year, and I will imagine they would need to continue to be to have a chance of beating City today, who, I would pip as the better side, despite their struggles, quote unquote, to start the season. They're not in the position they want to be, but are still probably the most talented team in the Premier League, considering Liverpool's injuries. Multiple people out for Liverpool: Thiago, Van Dijk, excuse me, now Joe Gomez, all unavailable for selection. I believe Fabinho has a tweak as well. So just considering how many absentees they have, I would say that City is still the most talented side in the Premier League at the moment. Once all those members for City or for Liverpool are back, would edge Liverpool, of course. But will be a good match today. We'll see what Mourinho has cooked up. Nothing structurally here in his team setup to indicate he's doing anything that different, but Mourinho has a great individual, I guess, detailed tactician. I'm imagining he'll have some specific instructions for players on how to slow this team down. And we'll see if he was expecting Ferran Torres to play today versus Raheem Sterling, and see if that makes any difference. Torres does not quite have the pace or the drive that someone like Raheem Sterling does, but has a little more creativity in his locker. It's not to say he is not quick, just not Raheem Sterling quick, I would say. So we'll see how that matchup goes on the left-hand side there, and we'll see how Mahrez handles on the right-hand side. Always good to see Mahrez starting. He's usually very effective for City when he does, and we'll see what I believe it will be Reguilón can do with him. Of course, we'll want to cut out on that left foot, but I would keep my eyes more on the Torres-Serge Aurier matchup. Aurier is a defender that can often have tough times, get turned around a little bit too easily, and Ferran Torres is the kind of player that can take advantage of that, particularly given his current form. But we'll see how this one goes. I'm going to go out and say 3-1 City. That's how I think this game's ending. Let me know in chat what you guys think this game will end. But I will put myself out there and say 3-1 City. I'm going to go grab a little snack here, and then I'll be right back. We'll be getting into the game in just a couple minutes. Right, let's see if NBC does us dirty here. They still haven't even shown me the beginning of the coverage. I'm not sure if this game's on Peacock or NBC Sports. I'm on NBC Sports. It looks like that's where it's supposed to be. It says coverage to begin shortly. I guess I can just check NBC Peacock here. I guess I remember my roommate and I were talking about this. They still had NBC Gold for a while, even after they made Peacock, and we were just like, "Oh my god, there's so many NBC services. Good lord!" I think they finally got rid of Gold, so at least that's good. To take away from some of the wild confusion, I would say. Can I not see my featured? Am I not signed in? No, guess I'm not signed in. Nice. All right. Let's just make sure it's not here. Still nothing from NBC Sports. What just happened? That was so strange. My whole left screen just went completely dark for a half second. It's like that's not the one I'm screwing around on. I'm on my right screen right now trying to figure out what channel this is on. Let's see. I guess we can search Premier League. Newcastle, Chelsea. That was this morning. That's where we're watching this. Nope, Man City, Liverpool. I guess that's November 8th. So it looks like we are on NBC Sports. So I guess we'll have to wait for them to put the stream on. We're at time. It's 11:30. So come on, NBC. We all wanna cast the game. We all wanna watch the game. Please show us the game. That would be nice. They've done this before too with some of the afternoon games. Watch. Yeah, okay, here we go. We're just cut straight to it. Good Lord. It's like, can we get like no build up? Like, come on, NBC. That's not how you do this. Like, you know what I mean? It's you gotta tease, you gotta build up the suspense. You gotta yeah. No. Just here we go. Alrighty, so I'll be joining you at halftime after play-by-play for thoughts and opinions, and enjoy the match. Tottenham going to start us off here, moving this one backwards for Toby Alderweireld. Let me just make sure the scoreboard is let me just make sure the scoreboard is at the right spot. It is. Good job, me. Alrighty, so Tottenham wearing white jerseys, going right to left right now at their home stadium, formerly White Hart Lane, in the north of London. Manchester City wearing their black away kits, moving left to right here. They are in possession right now. Kyle Walker moving this one back to Ruben Diaz, talking about how Pep Guardiola just recently signed a contract extension to keep him with the club for a couple more years. Something I'm sure that the Manchester City management will be thrilled about. Pep Guardiola, of course, one of the savants of modern football. Brilliant tactician through the years with Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City, although has struggled to get some of the biggest results here as Ferran Torres dashes by a challenger from Son, cutting inside here. Going to let loose, and early shot goes straight into the waiting arms of Hugo Lloris. But we talked about Ferran Torres feeling it from his international break, that hat-trick against Germany, and how good his form has been recently. Showing the confidence there, starting the match, minute and a half in here, taking a 25-yard strike, hoping to beat Lloris there. Does get a shot on target, but always going straight at French goalkeeper there. Man City, though, still in possession here after the restart from Lloris. Expect them to have the most of the possession. Tottenham will likely be looking to counterattack, something that Mourinho, of course, loves to do, but also they do not quite have the talent level of players in the midfield and attacking areas to probably keep as much possession as a team like City. As Ferran Torres moving up the left-hand side again, going to lay this one into the path of Bernardo Silva. He will win a challenge with Aurier to win possession back, and now it's Torres. Cancelo will just reset this attack. It's coming all the way back to Kyle Walker. He's going to look for the short pass to De Bruyne, assessing his options here, but it's closed down quickly by Højbjerg. Mahrez will look back into the midfield. This one going to be spewed out to the left-hand side. Now moved out. It's Torres. And it will end up back at the feet of Laporte. This one going to be shifted over to Ruben Diaz. Now Kyle Walker. Laporte. Bernardo Silva. Patient play here from City, just trying to work this one into the right attacking area. You can see them probing up the left-hand side there. They don't find what they're looking for, so they go all the way back. It's Kyle Walker. Oh, that's a poor pass from Walker, but bailed out there by his midfielder. Good work from Rodri there to keep possession. Clipped pass out here from Ruben Diaz. We'll pick out Torres. Driving now at Son. He's inside of Son. Good reverse pass here to Bernardo Silva, looking across the box, but good defending there by Alderweireld. Will knock that one away, and now Son can bring it out for Tottenham. Going to look for the clipped pass into Bergwijn. Bergwijn continues his run. Kane, good sprayed pass out to Sergio Reguilón. He tries to push this one around Kyle Walker, but does not have the pace to beat the English defender there. He will knock it back, and Ederson will clear this one away. Højbjerg waiting for this one to trickle out of play, and it will. Early throw in here to Tottenham after a pretty decent counter there. Good defending at the end for Kyle Walker. Both Guardiola and Mourinho out at the edge of their technical areas as this one gets started here, just 4 minutes in. Battle of wits we've seen many times over the years. Going up for this one's Rodri. De Bruyne can't settle that one successfully. And a high boot here for Mahrez as Højbjerg comes running through there. Will be a free kick to Tottenham. Oh, here's Son wide open and he scores. What? Right off the restart, Tottenham have taken the lead here. 4.5 minutes into this match, Manchester City and the cameraman for NBC absolutely fall asleep here. Son sneaks in behind, and just like that, it's 1-0. And what a ball in behind for Tanguy and Ndombele. Son's run completely baffles the defenders for Manchester City. Bit of a miscommunication there as Cancelo follows the run, but both center backs step up to Harry Kane, who's checking in for possession, and Ndombele clips it over the top of them. Son runs on and makes no mistake, puts it through the legs of Ederson, and just like that, Tottenham lead 1-0. So what a start to this match here for Tottenham. Son Heung-min on the score sheet once again. We talked about how effective he and Kane have been for Spurs this season, and once again, Son is there to finish. Although this one not assisted by Harry Kane, a Tanguy Ndombele assist coming through this time around. Son continues to be a nightmare for every one of his opponents. Poor pass here from Kyle Walker is intercepted by Eric Dyer. Now here's De Bruyne looking for a reply here, but that one poked off him by Ndombele, and now Tottenham can come the other way. That touch just a little bit too big from Son, and it will be taken away by Joao Cancelo. Now reverse pass into the path of Bernardo Silva, trying to face up Moussa Sissoko here. Has the help from Aurier. Ferran Torres trying to work around the edge here, cannot do so. Has to clip it back to Silva. Manchester City will reset once again. Here's Cancelo driving in. Here's De Bruyne open at the top of the box. Tries to get a shot away, but that one's deflected by Dyer. Walker will settle it down for Rodri. Rodri's pass out to Mahrez is successful. Now driving, has the help here, does Reguilón. Gets it onto his right foot, but good defending from Reguilón. Will block that one away, and Tottenham have possession. Now it's Bergwijn into the feet of Kane. He'll look back for Reguilón, who will clear this one away. Ooh, actually good sidestep there. Trying to dodge out, but he actually loses out to Mahrez, and De Bruyne just can't control that one. They've actually called a foul on De Bruyne for this challenge on Reguilón, and I think this is foolish. De Bruyne has absolutely every right to go for that ball. Reguilón has lost out to Mahrez there, getting that one poked away from him. His body positioning is not good. That is shoulder to shoulder at best, and I would say Reguilón is behind the play there. He's very fortunate to be bailed out by the officials there. Now here's a ball forward by Aurier, but that one's easily intercepted by Cancelo. Looking inside now. City moving this one across. So I'm going to be clipped in behind. Mahrez takes a good first touch here inside the top of the box. It's poked away from him by Bergwijn. Here's a clipped pass from De Bruyne. That one headed away. Now Rodri will settle it down. It's Cancelo. Moving this one out to Ferran Torres. Kyle Walker. City have settled it down once again here. Now looking into the feet of Gabriel Jesus. His first touch of the match. His reverse pass will connect. Bursting into the box is Jesus. Cutting it back on his left foot. Takes a shot. It's blocked. De Bruyne shoots and it bounces off of Gabriel Jesus. Incredibly unfortunate there. Will be an offsides call on Jesus. And what a chance there for Manchester City. That one ends very unfortunately. As De Bruyne's shot ricochets off his own teammate. Check the run here from Jesus. Starts with him picking up possession here. Good 1-2 with Torres. Shifts past the tackle of Dyer. Good block from Alderweireld, but it comes back to De Bruyne, and it's Jesus that blocks away the shot of De Bruyne. There's nothing he can do about it. He's on the ground here as he tried to take this shot. A little surprised that De Bruyne has hit it right at his teammate. Usually very accurate, even with his left foot, is Kevin De Bruyne, but this one goes straight into the rear of his own striker there, and that will break up the attack. So now it will be Tottenham moving this one away. That one not quite going to get over the head of Kyle Walker. Bergwijn attempts to settle it down. Asks the referee for some help, but gets no sympathy whatsoever. Sorry, that was Ndombele. But the long pass into Ferran Torres is headed back by Aurier and will be collected by Hugo Lloris. Here's Dyer. Looks inside. Højbjerg. Dyer. Aurier. Ooh, a little bit of a short pass there from Aurier, and that one's won back by Bernardo Silva. Will stay in play, but will end up at the feet of Manchester City. They'll be moving this one forward. Now here is Walker once again. City just happy to hold on to possession here. That one actually getting poked off of Cancelo, though. A little bit of room for Tottenham to work. Good pass into the feet of Bergwijn from Son. He's running out of room, though, but will escape the sliding challenge of Walker, and now is driving forward. Looks inside to Son. First touch inside the City box, but it will be poked away from him by multiple City players, and they can now come the other way. De Bruyne, that's a great ball into space for Ferran Torres, driving forward, bursting into the Tottenham box, has two defenders around him, goes down under pressure from Sissoko. It will be a goal kick here after some good work for Sissoko. We see Ferran Torres bursting into the box here. Sissoko defends him very well, and yeah, it does come off of Ferran Torres last there. Attempted combination between Tottenham here is broken up by City. They will regain possession. Here's Walker out to Mahrez, but that one's intercepted by Reguilón. Here's Bergwijn looking back for Højbjerg. Now here's Bergwijn picking this one up. At top of the box, looks across. Son is open. First time ball across. Harry Kane's wide open. It's in. But the offsides flag is up. Not sure if it's against Son or Kane here. That was some brilliant football from the Tottenham front three, but it's a little too much. You can see the spread pass out to Aurier to start this one off. It's a great crossfield ball into Bergwijn. His first touch is excellent. He sees Son across the face of goal, and it is Harry Kane who has just wandered offsides. This is an excellent call from the assistant referee. It's a brilliant ball from Son, but captain of England, Harry Kane, captain of Tottenham, has just strayed about a half yard offsides. There's a replay of Gabriel Jesus being bundled over here by Højbjerg. Midfield will be a free kick over to Manchester City. Sorry for being a little quiet there on a couple of the commentary. I was actually looking up how to pronounce De Bruyne. Just make sure I was pronouncing that one right. I've heard multiple British broadcasters say it differently because I think a lot of them struggle to say his name. And so I'm never actually sure which one's correct. So I just decided to figure it out. Sounds like it is De Bruyne. And here is De Bruyne standing over this one with Mahrez. It is De Bruyne clipping this one in. Good header here, but it's straight into the hands of Hugo Lloris. Rodri rises well, gets a good forehead onto that one, but the direction is straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah, he's wide open. Actually, he should do better with that. He's really under no pressure here as he runs into the box. The ball picks him out perfectly, and he just can't direct it. This one has come off of Bergwijn last. It will be a throw into Manchester City. They'll get us restarted here quickly. 15 minutes into this one, Tottenham leading 1-0. Could have easily been 2 after a brilliant combination play between Aurier and the front three, but it ended with Harry Kane wandering just about a yard off sides. As bundled over here is Gabriel Jesus. No call from Mike Dean here. But Manchester City have maintained possession here. Hey, we got 2 viewers. Nice. Mahrez clipping this one in behind for De Bruyne. Shifting it onto his right foot. Great first time. Oh, wow. What a great cross that is. De Bruyne is an incredible striker of the ball. It's not even a half yard of space. You see this ball clipped over the top for De Bruyne. Look at how tight Reguilón is to him. It's barely even a half yard of space around him and just whips one in. It's good defending at the end of the day by Dyer to put that one behind, but it's such a brilliant ball from De Bruyne. Now, both he and Mahrez arguing that Bergwijn is not far enough away from them. The assistant referee doesn't seem to be entertaining the idea too much here. And we'll go short here. De Bruyne going to go short. Oh, poor clearance here. Top of the box is Torres. His strike blocked by Son. Good defending there by the South Korean. The header there from Kyle Walker is a little bit inaccurate, but a bit of a mistake here. This ball bouncing around as Bernardo Silva knocked it forward, but it was pretty clear that Gabriel Jesus was offsides there. So he will be called, and it will be a free kick to Tottenham here. Be able to clear their lines. If you're Jose Mourinho, you must be thrilled right now. Of course, 1-0. Jose Mourinho's favorite scoreline of all time. I'm not sure. I feel like he said that in an interview before. I would have to double check that, but I feel like that's something Mourinho would say in an interview, that 1-0 is his favorite scoreline. But jokingly, 1-0, one of Mourinho's favorite scorelines. He can use that to sit in deep and try to counterattack his opposition as they start to open up looking for that equalizer. Although Manchester City never a team to really sit in, they will continue to remain open, try to keep possession throughout the game as Kyle Walker looks in behind the defense here. It's a great ball. It's connected with Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne is running forward. He finds Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez clips it to the back post, but that one headed away there acrobatically by Aurier. Now De Bruyne into the back post. That one knocked away by Højbjerg, and Bergwijn will complete the clearance as far as Walker. Back into the feet of Rodri. This one clipped over, settled down by Cancelo. Now Ferran Torres. Aurier is biting in here. He will end up winning the challenge a bit fortuitously, but does so nonetheless. Now Ndombele escaping some pressure here. We'll get it back to Sissoko. Højbjerg back to Lloris. He's just going to be forced to go long under pressure from Jesus. This one going over the head of Bergwijn. And it will be collected by Ruben Diaz over to Laporte. Back to Rodri. He'll shift this one back over to Diaz. Walker. Still patient play here from City. Do want to find the right options. They have been able to get some decent passing moves behind Tottenham, although good defending like this from Aurier has been a hallmark of these first 18 minutes as multiple players tracking back well for Tottenham so far has made it a little tougher on City. Certainly have reduced the amount of quality chances. Here is Aurier throwing this one in. Collected here by Rodri. They're going to shift it over to Kyle Walker. Head up here for Walker. Taking his time. He's picked off De Bruyne. Nope. Bit of a miss there, but fortunately for Rodri, Cancelo is supported there by Silva. It's now with Laporte. Walker. This one shifted forward. Good touch here by Torres. Will ride the first challenge coming in from Aurier. Now Sissoko. That ball for De Bruyne cleared away by Dyer. Sorry, that's Alderweireld. And it will be a corner kick to Man City. It's good work here. Good pass from Laporte into the feet of Torres. Confidently rides that challenge from Aurier. Steps in behind Sissoko. Looks for this little clipped pass into De Bruyne. And that one is sliced away there by Alderweireld. Will be De Bruyne standing over this corner kick from the far side. In swinging corner. Headed towards the middle. This one just over the head of Diaz. Will be collected by Jesus. Good defending here by Højbjerg. Will poke it away from him, but eventually he will concede another corner. This one will be from the near touchline. Here comes that corner kick. This one in swung by Riyad Mahrez. Back post here. Ferran Torres goes up for that header along with, I believe, Sissoko. It looks like it has last come off of Sissoko. It's actually Aurier there. It's a good ball here from Mahrez. You can see it bounces off of Sissoko at the near post. After bounces off Aurier at the back post. Will be a third corner in a row here for Manchester City. It's De Bruyne once again. This one a little bit shorter. That one flicked on, but good work by Harry Kane in the middle of the box there. Will knock it away. Bergwijn on top of it now, trying to complete the clearance. His pass intended for Eric Dyer will not connect, and Kyle Walker will take over. Now here's Silva. This one will go over to Laporte. De Bruyne cropping up on the far left-hand touchline, and easy foul call here against Aurier. Getting a little handsy with the Belgian there. Diaz. Kyle Walker. Into the feet of Rodri, but that one was defended well by Ndombele. Just got a piece of it, and this counterattack from Tottenham will break down, but only because there is a shove in the back of Harry Kane. And he will draw that foul for Tottenham. Tottenham have restarted this one quickly. 23rd minute here. Still a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Son Heung-min for Tottenham. The ball played over for him by Tanguy Ndombele. So we see the replay of that actually here. Højbjerg goes in short to Ndombele. And watch both of City's center backs. Oh, that is poor from both Laporte and Diaz. We'll talk about that one a little bit more at halftime. That's one that I will talk about that in detail at halftime, because I was a center back in college, and that's very despicable defending from Man City on that, and we'll talk about why. And kind of talk about some of the weaknesses of City's defense. But meanwhile, here's Tottenham once again. Kane at the top of the box receives that ball from Son, but his touch a little bit too large is taken away by City. Good sliding challenge here from Ndombele. Will win possession off De Bruyne, but Rodri is there to back up the Belgian. Ball's bouncing around, eventually settled by Gabriel Jesus. Now hunted down by Son Heung-min from behind, but he escapes that challenge. Cannot escape the challenge of Alderweireld. And it's now Tottenham coming away with it. This is Aurier. Son. Good combination play from multiple Tottenham players here. Højbjerg. Alderweireld. That one does just get over the head of Kyle Walker. Reguilón does well until he plays that one intended for Ndombele, and it will sail out of bounds for a City throw-in. Quick throw in here from City. They will restart their possession through Ruben Diaz. Excuse me. Bernardo Silva. Mahrez. Attempted move here from Cancelo is stuffed by Højbjerg. Ndombele connects well with Kane. There's a lot of white shirts in support of Harry Kane. 2 on the right, 1 on the left. He picks out Højbjerg on the left. Cross back to Bergwijn, but good tracking here from Rodri. Will come in from behind, poke that one away from Steven Bergwijn. Dutchman cannot get his shot away. And now De Bruyne can come the other way, having a bit of a delay here in the broadcast. Can't really tell you what's happening. Now we have him back. De Bruyne streaking forward, has found Bernardo Silva on the right, cuts back onto his left foot, looking for the strike. Instead, cuts back on his right. Looking for options here now. We'll just chip that one towards the back post, but it's headed away by Dyer. De Bruyne. His attempted cross blocked by Reguilón, and yeah, a bit of a missed opportunity for Bernardo Silva here. You can see he has the shooting angle. See, this is the play from Tottenham. Bergwijn set up to shoot here, but Rodri getting back at the critical moment. It's not a foul at all. You can see this touch as Bergwijn setting himself to shoot. Rodri just steps in front of him, between him and the ball. And it's good defending. Here's a City corner, their fourth of the match here. Mahrez. Ooh, good header at the back post, and that one has to be punched away by Lloris. It comes to the top of the box. Rodri stretches at it, but this poor contact. It's cleared halfway by Tottenham. Here's Ferran Torres. Looking back. Cancelo. Silva. Clipping this one into the box. That header from Dyer. We'll clear it. Mahrez. Taking on Reguilón, has help from Bergwijn. Good clip cross from Rodri. Settled by Jesus onto his left foot, looking for the shot. Plays it back and it's a goal! Aymeric Laporte scores and it's 1-1 in the 27th minute of play. Complaints here from the Tottenham players. They believe that Jesus handled that one in the build-up to the goal. That will, of course, be checked on VAR review. We will see how this goes. We'll take a look at the replay, but you can see the build-up here. Mahrez driving forward, cuts it back. He finds Rodri, who takes the first-time cross. You can see it deflected. Does look like it comes off of the arm there for Jesus. We'll take a look at the closer replay. Here we go. Flicked here. Yeah, it's definitely a handball here. This one will 100% come back for a handball in the build-up. It's good work by Jesus to find Laporte, who slots home, but this is certainly controlled by Jesus' hand. There's no way this stands. Yep, and there is the signal from Mike Dean. VAR check. He will go over and have a look at it himself. But yeah, this is a handball, guys. I don't think Mike Dean actually needs to take a look at this himself, but can't hurt. And this is really easy. Look at this replay. Yeah, it's definitely controlled off his chest and the arm. There's no way this stands. Yeah. Yep, there is a signal. Will be called for handball. Will be a free kick to Tottenham. So good work by Mike Dean and VAR in this case. A bit unfortunate there for Gabriel Jesus, but is the correct call here. And that is the critical aspect. Yeah, Rodri is sitting in midfield complaining to Mike Dean that that's not handball, and got bad news for you, Rodri. That's handball. That's about as handball gets. City still in possession now. To restart this one, Kyle Walker going to look long here, trying to pick out De Bruyne. Sorry. De Bruyne now. Riding one challenge. Almost rides the second from Reguilon, but cannot quite. It's and Dombele looking inside. It's Kane dropped deep here, per usual as he has been this season. Looks for a through ball to Son, but that one intercepted by Laporte. Will come the other way. Bernardo Silva tries to cut back that one, almost taken off him by Kane, but does manage to hold on to it. We'll come over to Kyle Walker. Mahrez. Kyle Walker. Rodri. Cancelo looking for options, but the only one available really Torres on the far side. Tries a clipped pass into the feet of Jesus. Battling with Dyer there, but Dyer will complete the clearance. Here's Laporte. A lot of white shirts in front of the ball. Pretty much all 10 players outside of Lloris. Good combination here with De Bruyne. Jesus finds Cancelo in the box, but again, good defending here from Aurier at the last effort. Will manage to stop Cancelo from shooting, and a foul will be called here. Tottenham can once again clear their lines. Good combination play. It's a good pass into the box by Jesus, but Cancelo touch just runs a little bit, and Aurier uses that opportunity to slip in between Cancelo and the ball with his body. It's good defending there. Challenging for the ball here, I believe, is Sissoko, but losing out. Rodri moving forward, going to look in behind here for Ferran Torres, but Sissoko is alert to it. Sorry, that was Aurier going up for that one. Now this one shifted out to the right-hand side by Rodri. Good collect by Mahrez. Has some time to go one-on-one. Trying to get past Reguilon, but it looks like that one just ran out of play. So Mahrez's effort to get it onto his right foot there, not going to come off. Now Kane, riding a few challenges there, will eventually draw the foul. See here, some good work from Sissoko and Kane. Sliding challenge to protect the ball from Bernardo Silva there, and then is tripped by Silva upon rising to his feet. Here's Dyer. This one moved forward. Attempted pass into the feet of Son Heung-min will be headed away. It'll be a throw in here to Tottenham. Now this ball over the top intended for Son will run just a little bit too long, and Ederson will come out to claim that one. Here's Rodri. Going out to Mahrez on the line. He will be called for a foul using his body to impede the progress of Reguilon. Reguilon. Højbjerg. That one looks like it just rolled out of play there. So we're going to be shifted out to Bernardo Silva. Trying to look back inside. Diaz. Good ball in behind here from Mahrez, but better play by Dyer, reading the situation there, able to intercept it. Good control here by De Bruyne. Oh, slip here from Højbjerg. Rodri over for Laporte. He'll clip this one out to Torres. Into the feet of De Bruyne. Tries a 1-2 with Bernardo Silva, but it's poked away by Alderweireld. Here is Cancelo. Looking for space, clipping to the back post. Mahrez trying to settle it. Faced up with Reguilón. Gets back onto his right foot, but well defended once again by Reguilón. He'll come away with it. Pokes it forward towards Kane. Kane is tripped there by Laporte, who will win another free kick for his side. Now here is Bernardo Silva. Shifts this one over. Mahrez. Mahrez. Rodri attempts a pass in behind Reguilón there, but Kyle Walker had cut his run short. This one won back by City through Kyle Walker. Rodri going to look into the feet of Jesus. He'll have to go back to Rodri. Now chased by Bergwijn. Rodri. Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. Jesus tries to shift this one out to Silva, but can't quite get it there. Sissoko will clear it away. Man City still working this one around here, trying to find the right angles, but they have been repelled so far by the Tottenham defense. You can see every Tottenham outfield player is behind the ball right now, trying to tighten the space, make it difficult. This one clipped out wide here. Bernardo Silva collects it. Now Laporte. Cut back here from Cancelo. Torres. Cancelo looks back. Laporte. Tries to play this one in behind for De Bruyne, but again, not quite on the same page. That one got to roll harmlessly out of play there. The clearance here from Hugo Lloris bounces around a couple heads before being settled by Manchester City. Here's Ruben Diaz. Rodri. Cancelo. Clips this one out to the right-hand side, but that's straight at Reguilón. He'll collect it, now looking up, clearing up the left-hand line towards Bergwijn. Bergwijn giving chase against Diaz, but it's easily handled there by Ruben Diaz. Now De Bruyne will drop deep to pick this one up. We'll move it forward into the feet of Rodri. Has Cancelo in advance of him. Instead, we'll go sideways to Mahrez. Over to Laporte. Cancelo. Cancelo once again. Some good work from the midfielders into the boxes. Torres, but another good last-ditch challenge. Running over his own players. Mahrez, it bounces. It's just over the top of the goal there from Gabriel Jesus. It's a great ball in defeat here from Cancelo. It's collected by Torres. Another good tackle from Aurier. At the last chance saloon there, knocks it away, and then Mahrez sort of dribbles over his own player, Torres, on the ground. It ends up bouncing into the path of Gabriel Jesus, who takes a first-time strike here. I'm not sure if that deflects or not, but it just goes wide at the near post. Game has restarted here, so I have to imagine it was a goal kick, but Tottenham or City had it back until that good sliding challenge by Sissoko will win possession for Spurs. Good ball into Harry Kane's feet here from... Oh, rides one challenge, does Kane. He's inside the Man City box, tries to look back for Son, but can't get it there. Aurier clipping this one in. Kane stops it short, and eventually it's cleared away. Bouncing around still, Cancelo will get ahead to it. Knocks it as far as De Bruyne, and he will be fouled here by Sissoko. So it will be a free kick to Man City. 42nd minute of this one, just a few minutes remaining before we hit halftime here. And again, Mourinho will be very happy with the way this first half has gone. His team has been pretty tight. They've kept Man City at bay and made it hard for them to play in behind. You can see multiple passes from Man City attempted to get through the lines and cannot successfully do so. They have definitely limited the quality chances for Man City. Have had some half chances here and there, but nothing super effective from Pep Guardiola's side, and that will make Mourinho very happy. We'll love to go into halftime with that one goal cushion provided by that Son Heung-min goal in just the fifth minute of play. This one clipped over the top by Walker, but is too far. Bridge too far there for Riyad Mahrez. He'll cut his run short. It'll roll out for a goal kick. And so it's Hugo Lloris that'll get us restarted here. Not sure who Harry Kane was bantering with there, but had something to say to someone. Sissoko. Knocking him back to Aurier, who will clear this one forward. Son jumps to challenge for that one, but eventually it will be collected by Man City. Now Walker, kind of alone here on this right-hand side. Gets a cross away, but that one headed clear by Aurier. Good work by Højbjerg to take it off of Rodri. And now Son has moved it over to Ndombele. He'll look backwards. Reguilón can face up. Now it's over to Ndombele. He'll fake the clearance here, shift it back onto his right foot, and now he will look long over the top. It does escape Laporte, but does not escape Diaz. He's alert to that one. We'll head it back to Ederson. Hey, Spanker. Sorry, I cannot stream the game. That would get my channel banned, and I don't want my channel to be banned. That would be a violation of broadcasting rights. And it's nothing Twitch hates more except for certain bad words and nudity. It's about the three things that can get your account banned like that. Here is Bernardo Silva cutting it back to his left foot, shooting this one, but it's deflected by Kane. Here's Laporte. Going to ship this one over. Clipped back in by Cancelo. Cross to Bernardo Silva. He's collected this one, but there are two defenders in front of him. Leaves it for Mahrez. Now 2 more closing Mahrez down. They really do not want Mahrez to dribble, which is fair play, I would say. Ends up at the feet of De Bruyne. Faced up by Son. Inside the Cancelo. Mahrez. Finds Torres. De Bruyne. 30-yard strike there. That one going to deflect off of the foot of Højbjerg, and it will be a corner to Man City here in the 45th minute of play. You can see how hard it is for City to try to break through the lines. Multiple passes looking for an angle, looking for some sort of clip pass in behind Tottenham, and it ends with De Bruyne getting a little bit of space and saying, I'm going to shoot this one. He does win his side a corner kick here. He will be the one taking it from the far side. Here is that corner kick. Easily caught there by Lloris, well handled by the Tottenham goalkeeper. He'll punt this one quickly out to the left-hand side, allowing Bergwijn to give chase. Kyle Walker, once again, has the beating of Bergwijn there in the foot race. He will not be able to keep that one in play, so it'll trickle out for a throw into Tottenham here. We have reached the end of regulation. 2 minutes of stoppage time have been allotted by the fourth official here. Here's Reguilón. It's about a minute and a half here for Tottenham to try to get something, although if I know Mourinho, he'll be very happy with them just holding possession somewhere so that they can go into halftime with this 1-0 lead. Throw in from Reguilón comes into the box. It's flicked away, and Rodri will complete the clearance. Header forward here from Alderweireld. Knocked down by De Bruyne. Has some support on the right-hand side. It's Jesus. He'll look back for Mahrez. Driving into the box. Trying to get around Højbjerg there, but can't quite do it. It'll roll out for a goal kick here. Højbjerg has some extras here for Mahrez. Not exactly sure why. He didn't exactly go to ground or do anything wrong there. See, this gets shifted to Mahrez. He drives in here. This one's poked away from him, and it claims it came off of Højbjerg. Not sure what the extras were about there. Seems silly. This one will be cleared away. Flicked on by Kane into the path of Son. He has multiple black shirts around him. Eventually looks back for Kane. That pass from Harry Kane is uncharacteristically inaccurate. It'll be taken away by Man City. Probably last chance saloon here for the first half. Just about 20 seconds remaining. Mahrez driving forward, but 2 defenders in front of him. And he will be chased backwards once again, this time by Højbjerg. Diaz will shift it forward. Mike Dean going to allow Man City one last attack here, as he allowed a foul to go for advantage there. De Bruyne stood up here by Sissoko, dragged to the ground. It will be an easy not foul call there from Mike Dean. Instead, he will blow for halftime. So Tottenham will go into the break here, leading 1-0, courtesy of that man, Son Heung-min, who continues his fiery start to this Premier League season. He has been involved in so many Tottenham goals, both in the Premier League and in Europe, and he continues his run today in the 5th minute. Tottenham lead 1-0 at halftime, and Mourinho will be happy with that. We'll see what Man City or Pep Guardiola can do to try to turn things around in the second half. All right, guys, so classic Mourinho half there. Takes a lead in 5 minutes and then says, hey, we're going to play 10-man defense here. So that's not surprising. What I do want to talk about, though, and what we will see from the replay at some point here with NBC, is the way that that goal was defended. And it's just terrible. I mean, this is why people talk about Man City's frailties. And it's schoolyard stuff. Like, it's incredible that this stuff can't be communicated. Honestly, I'm serious. Like, so I played center back in college, and if you watch the replay on this goal, and I'm sure they'll show it at halftime, or you can watch it on a highlight reel or something. So they take a short free kick, and Højbjerg just rolls it into Ndombele's path, and Ndombele sitting, just inside of the attacking half for Tottenham, right? Like 3 yards inside the attacking half, not that far in. And Kane makes a check-in, because Kane has been playing like a creative player the entire season. He drops like 10 yards deep of the striker line to try to allow Bergwijn and Son to run in behind, right? Or I guess over here, run in behind him. So he would check in like this, and they would run in behind, right? Cutting in from the wing. And he checks in to the ball, and both the center backs go with him. Both of them. Like, you see Diaz and Laporte, they like look at each other, And they both like step forward, and Son just sees us. He's like, okay, I'm just running in behind. He runs in behind, and Dombele chips a little perfect ball right in behind the center backs. Son takes one touch, steadies himself, rolls it through Edison's legs. It's crazy. It's crazy how bad that is. Like, if you are a young soccer player, if you're a coach, if you're a pro, no matter what level, the center space has to be defended. You can never, ever, ever, ever, ever have two center backs check forward at the same time. That can't happen. That can never happen. If you're a center back, one of you can go, or you pass it off to the mids. And if the mids are going to yell at you saying, we have two other guys, you need to take this, then you need to figure that out later. But you can, like, the mistake, you can make a mistake letting a guy turn in front of you. It's dangerous, right? Like, let's say Kane picks up that ball and turns, right? Because nobody steps to him. Now he's running at the backs. That's dangerous, right? That's not good. But it's not as dangerous as a guy running in behind your back line on goal. And that's the one thing you can never give up, is the space in behind your center backs. You can give up space on the wing. You can give up a little bit of space in front of your line. You don't want to, but you can. You cannot give up space behind you. Never, ever, ever do both center backs check forward. It's horrible. I can't believe I'm watching professional center backs do this. Anyway, we'll be back after halftime. There will be some commercial messages here. And hopefully we see a little bit more energy from Man City, but Mourinho's going to throw 10 men behind the ball. He's going to keep doing it. So we'll see if they can break it down. We'll join you back after these messages, and hopefully we'll get a solid second half here with a couple more goals. But yeah, we'll be back in just a little bit. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you are enjoying the stream. All right, guys, we got some food. Our friends over here made some pigs in a blanket and some spicy cauliflower. It's really good. So I stole some and ran back into my room so we can finish the stream. And when we're done, we're going to go out and then watch the rest of the Buckeyes Indiana college football game. Do-ba-da-do. Sorry, I know you guys don't really want to hear me chew, so I'll just mute myself when I'm doing that. But yeah, interesting half, man. City's struggling again to try to play through people. It's a little disappointing to see because they've just been so good at it. Like City, more than any other team, right, are the team that can break down teams that sit in. They are the best at it. They have been the best at it for 4-5 seasons. Like Liverpool can do it, but Liverpool are more set up to, win possession back and like hit you quick, right? They're more a team that like punishes you, right, for mistakes than they are a team that like tries to break you down, right? And they, again, it's not like they can't. They have a bunch of midfield engine players, some guys with creativity, the Naby Keitas. Even Hendo can do it sometimes. And then obviously they have those killer wingers and strikers. But they're just more of a team that, kind of like picks possession off or like gets a mistake, makes one or two good passes and they punish you, right? But like City more so than any other team are the best at a quick combination pass, a little dink over the top that just like takes a whole set of like 10 defenders and it's just like, oh crap, like wow, they just outplayed us, right? And we're just not seeing it. We're just not seeing it this year. They mentioned on a broadcast it's like their worst start to the Premier League in like 12 seasons. It's crazy for them. Their team's better. It's not any worse than it was last year. But yeah, they just can't seem to break it down here. But yeah, this is like a classic Mourinho performance. 3 good attacking players running at the enemy, scoring 1 goal, and then not doing anything the rest of the game except defending. Tried and true, baby. Tried and true Mourinho. Should be back with the match here in just a couple of minutes. I think there's one more commercial break. Hopefully NBC doesn't just like spring the start on us like they did at the beginning of the match. Actually give us like a, hey, we're starting, guys. Grab your seats kind of thing. I will say we talked about Ferran Torres and Aurier at the beginning of the match and keeping an eye on that matchup. And gotta say, I think Aurier has done a nice job so far today. He and Sissoko have been tracking runs in the box really well. They've already put in 3 or 4 challenges, or at the very least, like being there to disrupt Man City in the box every time they've like streaked in, right? You had Cancelo streak in one time, got blocked off by Aurier. You had Sissoko poke one away from, Gabby Jesus. So doing a good job. I would say in particular, like everyone on Tottenham is doing a good job, I would say, but I think in particular Sissoko and Aurier have tracked very, very well today on that left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we got to see more from Riyad Mahrez, man. I don't know, like, I get it. Like every time he gets the ball, there's 2 Tottenham players just like right there, like a yard away from him. They're like, you are not getting steam. We're not letting you dribble. We're not letting you cut it on your left foot. Like it's very clear. And, that is the strategy. That is what you should do to Mahrez. And recently when that happens, I just feel like he shuts himself down too much. You can see he's trying to get onto his right foot a couple times, but he's gotten shut down by Reguilón on those attempts. And that just like discourages him, I feel like. And he just kind of shuts down. Like, I gotta see something. See if you can like dribble around him, go through him, try nutmeg. I don't know, anything. Like, I feel like Mahrez like needs to be dangerous, right? And he needs to be a threat. And if two people are just like every time he gets the ball, they're just on him, and he's just like, oh, okay, I guess I either go on my right foot or I'm screwed. Like, it just becomes too predictable. I feel like we need to see more there. Jesus isn't super involved either, but I think that's more to do with what's going on around him. The player of the front three who's received the ball the most is certainly Torres on the left side, but that's because they're just like allowing him to have that space, right? They're not as nervous about him dribbling in field. Again, he's more of a creative player, not more of like a driver like Mahrez or Sterling is. But I really think in particular, Mahrez is struggling. Really, really do. And again, it has more to do with like the way, it's not necessarily like the situations are not in his favor, but it's the way he's reacting to those situations and trying to adapt that just does not feel good to me at all. But we'll see what they can do. I doubt there'll be any changes at half, but I would keep your eyes on like 60 minutes here. I think they'll need to make some if things don't improve here at the beginning of the half. But teams are out here, so we'll get back into the play-by-play here, and we will be with you once again at full time. We could go through some match ratings, talk about the match here. Although hopefully something happens in this half that gives me more to talk about than just, classic Mourinho performance. They win 1-0. If I'll be honest. But yeah, I'll be back in play-by-play mode. I will join you guys at full time. So here is Man City getting us started once again. This one clipped forward by De Bruyne. Headed away by Reguilón. Sorry, it was harder to chew than I thought. Man City back in possession, moving this one up to Mahrez now. Taking on Dyer at the edge of the box, but that one, he gets absolutely stuffed there. Good challenge by Dyer to knock that one away from Riyad Mahrez. Now it's collected by Ndombele, but that one taken away from him. It's Rodri robbing him of possession. Now clipping this one across for Ferran Torres. He'll look in field to De Bruyne. Cancelo. Jesus. Now out to Mahrez. See two players here once again, standing him up. Third one infield here is Ndombele. Rodri. Setting himself up, going to strike with the left foot. That one going to bounce out to the left-hand side. It will be Torres getting to this one first. Diaz. Walker. Looks in field. Jesus sets up De Bruyne. Back out to Mahrez. Clipped into the box here. Back post is Torres, but that one just going to go over his head there. And it will go up for a goal kick. Looks like he misjudged that one a little bit, did Ferran Torres. Clearance coming through from Alderweireld here. Good header down by Diaz into the path of Kyle Walker. He'll move it forward. Cancelo. Walker. Rodri. Stood up here by Son. He'll move this one out to De Bruyne. Setting himself. Jesus. 4 Tottenham shirts around him here. De Bruyne clipping this one in. Headed away by Højbjerg. Good header back here by Laporte. De Bruyne will get there first before Kane. It will be Ruben Diaz coming away with possession. guess I should shift this down just a little bit. So this one shifted forward to Jesus. He brings this one down in his chest, but it'll be another handball called against Jesus. Of course, one notably in the first half. He controlled with his hands, set up for a Laporte goal, but of course that one called back upon VAR review appropriately in this case. Good ball out here from Alderweireld into the feet of Aurier. He will pick out Ndombele well. Good combination between him and Son. Ndombele will ride the challenge. Now Kane out to Bergwijn. Faced up with Walker. Has support on the left. Reguilón clipping this one back into the center of the box, but it rolls all the way through to Cancelo, who will get the clearance. Højbjerg over to Sissoko. This one, good challenges here from Torres. Sissoko trying to hold him off. Will look backwards to Alderweireld, and will do so successfully. Alderweireld clipping it forward. Easily won there by Laporte. Will be collected by Rodri. Good clip forward by Laporte. Excellent header down by Bernardo Silva. Will keep possession into Cancelo. His pass a little bit dangerous there for Rodri, but it's handled well by the Spaniard. Now Kyle Walker almost robbed of possession here. Will be robbed of possession. Here comes Harry Kane. Looking forwards. Waiting for options. Shifts it back onto his left. Out to Ndombele. Shifts it onto his right. Cuts it back onto his left. Outside of the foot cross there, but it's well read by Diaz. He'll knock it away, and now it's with Mahrez, shifting it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne's pass in field is well read by Dyer. He's able to take it away, but Jesus will win it right back off of him. Now he will go down on the touchline and will draw a free kick off of Dyer. Restarted here by City. It's with Cancelo. Going to look in behind Aurier here. Driving forwards Torres. That's a big touch there. Good sliding challenge by Aurier. Will force Torres to wait. And that will allow the ball to run out of play for a goal kick. See, this first touch from Torres is just a bit of a long one there. See what this challenge from Aurier does. It forces Torres to either swing through the ball there and try to knock it off him, or wait until he can clip it over Aurier. And by the time he waits long enough, it's taken its way over the line. But here's De Bruyne with some room to work. He shoots, and that one's narrowly wide of the right-hand post there. Just about a yard. It looks like Lloris had it covered, but a dangerous opportunity nonetheless for City. As you can see, a poor pass here from Aurier. Gifts the ball back to City. De Bruyne gets his head up. He sees the target there, and just rolls about a yard wide. It does look like Lloris had that one covered all the way. Never impeded in his vision either. There's Dyer moving forward. Going to drive this one forward, but easily read by Ederson. He'll clear it all the way downfield the other direction. De Bruyne puts his back into Dyer there, making it a little bit tougher, but Tottenham will come away with possession. It's back to Lloris, who will just send it long out to the left-hand side. He's aiming for, I believe that is Ndombele, but it will go over the Frenchman there. And will be a throw in here to Man City. Take it short here, per usual for Man City. It's back with Kyle Walker. He'll look in for De Bruyne. De Bruyne just barreled over here by Højbjerg. It will be a free kick. Slow build up here from City. It's Diaz. Driving forwards Laporte. Gets the commitment of one defender. His pass for Bernardo is poor. They have won it back. Cancelo. Going to shift this one all the way over to Mahrez. Is one-on-one with Reguilón this time. Now help arriving. Driving that one in. It's a bit of an off-balance shot there. And Lloris can see that one the whole way. Easily saves it. Mahrez finally gets a bit of a 1v1 opportunity here. He does drive past Reguilón, but Bergwijn showing up at just the right time makes that shot a little bit off balance and awkward for Mahrez. Flick forward by Bergwijn here. Will not connect with any of his teammates. And now it's Diaz coming away with it for City. City still prompting and probing here, trying to find the right angles, but they continue to be forced back by all of the defenders behind the ball for Tottenham. Well handled by Rodri here to win possession back, but Still have not really gained any ground, have City. Laporte. Good reverse pass here for Silva. He'll look over to Walker into the feet of De Bruyne. Sets himself, good ball in behind, but not quite timed properly with the run of Jesus. We've seen this a few times from City here. Just can't quite get the timing right. We're just on different pages as we see Raheem Sterling, İlkay Gündoğan getting warm. Gareth Bale also getting warm on the sideline here for Tottenham. Phil Foden also down on that touchline. Do imagine we'll see either Ferran Torres or Bernardo Silva probably withdrawn here. Bernardo Silva has been a bit ephemeral in this match, sort of popping up at times, but has not really had any true influence on proceedings. Ferran Torres a little bit more involved, but not necessarily the most effective involvement, as this one comes out to Kyle Walker. Driving forward, trying to get into the box. We'll push this one past Reguilón, but well defended there by Reguilón. The ball stays in play. He's able to poke it forward, but here comes De Bruyne into the box, trying to drive past Højbjerg. Clips that one towards the back post, but I think that's a pretty... I don't think that deflected off of anyone. I think that's just a poor cross from De Bruyne, and that's not something you say too often. See, this is good defending from Reguilón. Drives this one forward, and yeah, he just misses that clip completely. Bit of a miss hit there for De Bruyne, and that is not one that happens very often. So this one going to escape everyone, just roll out of play here for a Tottenham throw-in. That might have skimmed off the head of Bernardo Silva. That looks like an arm potentially to the face here of Ruben Diaz. He came away holding it. The referee, Dean, was quick to blow for that free kick. You can see nobody even going to challenge De Bruyne in possession. They're happy to just get back in their defensive shape. All 10 men behind the ball here. So it comes across half field. De Bruyne going to click this one out towards Torres, but easily won there by Aurier. Son to this one first. Good sliding challenge by Cancelo. Will almost keep it in play, but just can't quite do it. So throw in here for Tottenham. Throw in here, bouncing around here, eventually settled by Højbjerg. His pass for Sissoko, a little bit tricky there for Sissoko, but he is able to get a good clearance away, and it comes to Bergwijn. Now Diaz collecting it off of Bergwijn. Walker able to bring it forward. Some complaints of a handball, but Mike Dean not interested. Dragged back here is Kyle Walker, but picks out a good pass to Torres, who's inside the box. Lays it for Bernardo Silva, trying to ride a couple challenges here. Good defending from Tottenham so far. A little overdone there by Son. Comes out to Cancelo. He'll clip this one in towards Jesus, but it's going to go way too far. And his bicycle kick attempt there cannot keep the ball in play. This initially good work from Kyle Walker. He picks out the good run of Torres here, but the first touch of Torres kind of leaves a little bit to be desired there. He doesn't drive towards the baseline, doesn't ask any questions of Serge Aurier there, and then leaves a short pass for Bernardo Silva that makes things a little bit awkward for the Portuguese. Ruben Diaz will move this one out to Mahrez. He's driving forward here at Reguilón, but once again, Bergwijn there to help. You can see Ndombele also in a defensive position infield. Good combination play here. De Bruyne is in the box. Shot is blocked. Good collapse from Tottenham once again to cut the angle down, and now Ndombele can come away with it. Has Bergwijn on the left. He's picked him out here. Diaz giving chase. He will force Bergwijn to turn back. Now the counterattack is off, and Tottenham will be forced to play in possession here, something they really have not done much of today. He's going to come back to Dyer. He's going to go long across the field here, looking for Aurier. We'll pick him out well. Good pass forward. Good turn by Son. He's found Kane on the run here. Going to clip this one over to the left-hand side. Just a little bit overcooked, and will stay in play, but will force Bergwijn into an awkward position. He will pick out Ndombele well. Cutting it back now. Ndombele driving into the box here. Looking across, that one deflected, comes to the top of the box for Son, looks to shoot, that one blocked by De Bruyne. Sorry. Good turn here from Aurier. Still has some time, but we'll just look back for Sissoko. Now drives forward in between three shirts. Good 1-2, but that one intercepted by Cancelo. He's able to pick out De Bruyne as well. Good work there from the Portuguese left back. This one clipped out now to Mahrez. He looks up, waits for a little bit of support. Now we'll start dribbling forward. Picks out Bernardo Silva on the far touchline. Cutting inside of Reguilón here. De Bruyne, first time cross is blocked by Højbjerg, but will go behind for a City corner. So this one will come probably from the near side. Will be a Mahrez corner kick here. Actually going to be De Bruyne. This time from the far touchline. They're going to look for the outswinging corner kick. Here comes this corner. A little bit short. That one headed away at the near post by Reguilón. Bernardo Silva. A little bit of room to work here. Dribbling forward. Looking for this cross. It's a dangerous one. Flick behind. Oh, and a mistake there by Mahrez at the back post. He can't collect that one. He had a decent opportunity. Now Reguilón huffing and puffing forward, but Rodri, equal to him, is taking it back. Running the other way as De Bruyne has some support on his right. He's just going to shoot this one. It will go behind for a corner kick. Once again, Dyer doing well to get stuck in there. Reguilón getting a little too eager here to burst the other way. Leaves his defense a little bit shorn. But Dyer's patient there. He waits long enough. The pass does not come from De Bruyne to Mahrez. Instead, he looks for that shot himself, and it's good defending by Eric Dyer. 7th corner of the match here. It's in-swinger from Mahrez this time. Coming into the box, bouncing around here. Claims of a handball, but Mike Dean not interested at the moment. De Bruyne will shift it back to Walker, who has a good punt forward. There's a player down in the area, but play can continue here. Mahrez is onside, driving at Reguilón. Clipping this one into the box. Going up is Laporte, another player down in the box. This one's set for Bernardo. He whiffs his shot, finds Jesus, clips back in, and finally the chaos can be stopped here as the ball has ended up in the hands of Hugo Lloris, and Aymeric Laporte still down on the turf here, holding his face in his hands here as we take a look at this one. Ooh, yeah, maybe just getting a cleat there as Alderweireld dives for that one. Yeah, very unintentional here. You can see Laporte going up for this one. Can't quite get his head on it. You see this one comes... Oh, it does come off the hand of Sissoko here and then off the face. This one from Lloris actually going to bounce in between a couple Manchester City players before Laporte takes charge and settles this one down. Turning back here is Walker. He'll look in field for Laporte. Now over to Cancelo. Laporte. City once again afforded the space into the Tottenham half, but you can see how quickly they get closed down upon the first entry pass. Cancelo clipping this one out towards Mahrez, but again, 3 players awaiting him here. The first is Ndombele, cuts inside of him, clipping towards the back post, but easily read there by Lloris. He will come to claim. Now we'll take some time here as we can see Giovanni Lo Celso being readied here by Jose Mourinho. Lloris has rolled this one out to Eric Dyer. Come to Reguilón. He'll look up the line. That one will deflect off of Kyle Walker for a throw. And we are at the 63rd minute here. So do expect some of these changes from the managers to start coming in. Kane. Oh, good ball from Kane here. Here's Son going around Ederson. But the touch has taken him too wide. Now he stood up with Mahrez. Sorry, Cancelo. He'll have to go backwards. Man, my timing on these Pigs in a blanket has not been good. There's Alderweireld over to Sissoko. Now clipping this one forward. It's a good ball, but it will just take a skip on the turf there and go out of play. You can see Son a little bit frustrated with himself. It's a great ball from Kane in behind. He gets here before Ederson, but his touch is just too big. Yeah, just much too big. I think he expects Ederson to maybe leave a challenge in there, so he's trying to flick it over Ederson's outstretched foot, but all he really needed to do was shift it just a little bit to get a shooting angle. End of the day, cannot execute on that one. Now Man City with Ferran Torres coming the other way. We'll look infield here, and a miscommunication there between Bernardo Silva and Gabriel Jesus. Either one of them could have taken possession. Neither one of them did. Good work here from Højbjerg, and Sissoko is tripped. Sorry, that's Bergwijn. Easy foul call there onto Cancelo. So we roll into the 65th minute. First substitution will come through here. It's Gio Lo Celso, who will be readied in favor of Tanguy Ndombele. So the only creative midfielder available at the moment for Mourinho will be withdrawn. So I think we see what his intention is for the rest of the match here. Giovanni Lo Celso will be introduced to try to strengthen the defensive end and provide a little bit of creative spark, but certainly doesn't quite have the creative qualities I would say Ndombele does. Højbjerg. Walker, good pressure here on Højbjerg, and eventually Mahrez will win it back and a look in field, but again, it's a poor pass. He can't connect that one with Jesus. And now Tottenham coming the other way. Kane is dropped deep once again, per usual. Is going to ship this one out to the left. Here comes Lo Celso, newly introduced, and Lo Celso will score! Giovanni Lo Celso, 30 seconds after coming onto the field, has put Tottenham 2-0 up. We'll take a look back at this one, but good work from Tottenham as Mahrez cannot connect with Gabriel Jesus, and immediately the other end clearance arrives at Harry Kane, and again, he has been the creator for everything. The defenders for Man City get too sucked in there. Lo Celso makes the run on the left-hand side. You can see it here. Two defenders occupied with Son and Bergwijn here. Nobody picks up Lo Celso on the back post to Bruyne. Bruyne tries to get back in time, but he can't. Lo Celso just steadies himself. He waits for Ederson to come out to him and calmly slots it by the on-rushing Brazilian goalkeeper there into the far right corner. It's an easy-looking goal for Tottenham, but it's really well worked. And once again, Kane is the provider. Once again, Ederson gets nutmegged. And once again, Man City find themselves conceding here. It is 2-0 to Tottenham, 67 minutes into the match. And if I know Mourinho's side, they will be packing it in. It will be incredibly difficult for Man City to try to climb this mountain that faces them now. Torres trying to make a bit of a difference here on the near touchline, but it's immediately met by Aurier, who's able to poke that one out of play. And Mourinho's setup and substitutions so far tonight have been perfect. Man City have looked stifled. They have looked out of ideas. They have looked incapable of breaking down the Tottenham defense here. And now the first substitution that Mourinho has made, Giovanni Lo Celso, scores just 30 seconds after his introduction to reward his manager's decision-making. De Bruyne looking far side, near side here for Torres. He'll cut it back on his right, crossing this one into the box, easily headed away there by Toby Alderweireld. Kane fighting for possession will go to ground, but play will continue as Lo Celso looking wide for Bergwijn, but you can see Kyle Walker once again, the third time this match, winning that foot race against Bergwijn. Bergwijn sort of looks defeated in that one, simply does not have the speed in the tank to beat Walker. What a challenge from Harry Kane here, taking this one off of Riyad Mahrez. Here's Bergwijn, moving it back into Højbjerg. Lo Celso, here's an overlap from Reguilón. Kane looking for options, will go to Reguilón. First touch is good, tries to get around the corner, but excellent defending from Kyle Walker will win that one back for City. Rodri's picked out De Bruyne. He's going to drive forward. Here's Silva. Cutting into the box here. Now looking backwards. Cancelo. Mahrez clipping into the back post, but it once again easily read by Alderweireld here. Claims of a handball. This time they will be given by Mike Dean. This adds to the frustrating evening for Riyad Mahrez that we've talked about here on that far right side. Sorry, I'm being a little pensive here because I'm checking. I was watching the replay on that goal. I'll talk about it at the end of the game as well, but it just looks like poor defending again to me. I just don't understand what they're doing. Yeah, we'll talk about it at the end of the match, but there's just a decision made here again by the center backs that just leaves me a little bit baffled. I don't know why this happens. Here's Son. There's also standing over this. It will be Son delivering way towards the back post, but he puts a little bit too much height on this one. I think that may have trickled out before Højbjerg even got ahead to that one. And indeed, it did. So goal kick for Man City. De Bruyne will bring it forward. He's met there by Lo Celso, who slips, almost takes out the Belgian. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Going to look wide here, but that pass going to force Riyad Mahrez to check his run. Now met by Son. Lo Celso inside of him with for support. Rodri. Bernardo. Cutting inside. Looking for some options. Goes across to Rodri. Or sorry, Laporte. Fakes the shot. Looks for the pass to De Bruyne. But that one's just going to bounce around a couple of players and end up in the hands of Hugo Lloris. He'll punt this one away. Ask Harry Kane to give chase here up against Laporte. He's winning out so far. Has possession here. Finally will lose out. And then, oh, wow, that was interesting. I'm a little surprised Mike Dean's allowed play to go on here. It looked to my eyes that Kane a little bit frustrated with the treatment he got from Laporte. Kind of horse-collared Cancelo there, but Mike Dean happy to let play go on here. Torres just going to leave it for Cancelo. This one clipped in behind. Here's Gabi Jesus. That touch a little bit tough there. Looks like the offside flag stayed down, so it was a decent opportunity, but couldn't control that one like he wanted to. Cancelo once again. Laporte out wide to Silva. Shifts it onto his left. Gets the beating of Aurier. Now will be bundled over by the Frenchman. Easy foul call here for the referee. Yeah. Substitution is going to be made here for Manchester City in the 72nd minute. It'll be Sterling coming on for Mahrez, as I predicted. And Phil Foden will also join the match, I believe, for Bernardo Silva. Let's go. Oh, nice. I shouldn't take much credit for that. It wasn't that hard. They felt like the two that had the least impact on the match. Anyway, here is De Bruyne from the near side here. Knocking this one in. Looking for the back post. And woo, not that far away. I think he had Lloris beat as well. Going for a goal there. And Lucas Moura going to be introduced here for Tottenham. Looks like he will come on for Bergwijn. This is appropriate. Again, Bergwijn has not been able to outpace Kyle Walker in behind. And they are asking the wingers here to do a lot of running to try to hold up play when Tottenham need to clear their lines. So Bergwijn, decent performance here, will be withdrawn in the 73rd minute. Here's Alderweireld. Lobbing this one forward towards Son. He will flick that header on before being bundled in the back by Aymeric Laporte. No foul call, but a poor pass here for Cancelo is intercepted by the newly introduced Mora, but his touch a little bit loose will be taken away by Rodri. Now tripped over by Alderweireld is Gabriel Jesus. Foul call here, but City will get us started quickly once again. Jesus will retake his spot leading the line. Driving inside is Phil Foden, newly introduced. This one poked off him by the third Tottenham player. It's Højbjerg. Rodri trying to chase down Lascelles, so he's alone on this far touchline. Just going to look to get a throw, but cannot do it. Taken away by Kyle Walker. Looking back here. Going to come over to Cancelo. He'll shift it out to the newly introduced Sterling. Matched up with Aurier. Trying to take on the Frenchman. Looks inside, gets the 1-2 back. Trying to get inside of Aurier, but good defending there from the Frenchman. Will poke it away. De Bruyne trying to disrupt Sissoko. Cannot do so. Sissoko will get this one back from Son. Can carry on the near touchline here before cutting inside of the challenge from Cancelo. Good work from Sissoko once again. Now Kane can shift this one to the other side, although Højbjerg is going to pass once into Lo Celso before it does end up on the other side of the pitch. It will be Reguilón. Højbjerg. Header here will be knocked down, but Kane will collect it. Shifts past Diaz. He'll be taken down. It's a free kick to Tottenham. So it will be Eric Dyer standing over this one of all people. It's a decent shooting position. It is a little bit tough to curl one in from here. You would be probably looking for a back post curler or a driven ball here, but for the life of me, I can't see Eric Dyer as a free kick taker. I don't know if you agree with me on that one, chat. Maybe I'm missing something here, but Eric Dyer, not exactly the best striker of the ball. Taking a pretty big run up here. He's probably going to put his foot through this one. Here is Dyer. Will put his foot through it and, yeah, right into the wall. So, yeah, maybe not surprised, if I'm being honest. This one lobbed straight up into the air. Mora trying to settle it will get a little bit of a fortuitous bounce off his chest there before being collapsed upon by two City players, but he will win a free kick here, so good work by Lucas Moura. Potentially look for a short one here, but I think Tottenham will be happy to eat some time off the clock here. I'm sure Mourinho will be encouraging them to eat time off the clock here. And it will be Lo Celso waiting for Son to come over. I saw Son struggle with his last delivery into the box as he looked towards the back post, doing a little bit of a routine here for the bounce, but instead we'll just go short to Lo Celso. We'll come back to Son, actually overruns him a little bit. Met by Ferran Torres here. Just waiting for some options. We'll go back to Reguilón, who will clip this one into the box, but easily read by Cancelo. Headed down by Sissoko, but Sterling is there. One back by Højbjerg. Lo Celso. Aurier. Lo Celso. Trying to escape the challenge here of Sterling. We'll look back for Sissoko. We'll look further back for Alderweireld. Alderweireld just forced into a clearance here by De Bruyne. Easy header down. Collected by Rodri. Sliding challenge there from Lo Celso. Will not take the ball off the Spaniard. He will clip this one in behind towards Gabi Jesus. He will collect it. Claims of a handball, but not doing this time. Jesus carries on here. Running on top of the box. Will strike this one. It's deflected. And Aurier will get there first to clear it away. Nobody really closed Jesus down there, allowing him to just get to the top of the box. A decent shooting position. He gets his shot away, but Tottenham are able to throw enough bodies in the way. Now over to Kyle Walker. Phil Foden sees this one poked off his feet. And it will end up with Reguilón, who will clip it forward into the path of Lucas Moura. Now Højbjerg trying to find more on that touchline, but it looks like it will just overrun the Brazilian there. Will be a throw into City. They'll take it quickly. It's into the feet of Diaz. And even with the loss of quality we have, I can still kind of tell who the players are here. As Højbjerg going to step in between Foden and the ball there. Send it back to Lloris. This one will escape the attention of Cancelo, but will roll all the way back to Laporte, and we'll pick out Ederson. 79th minute here. City running out of time to make something happen, trailing by 2-0 here against a defensively stout Tottenham side. Of course, any side Mourinho are coaching always prided on being defensively stout. See Gareth Bale getting warm here once again on the touchline. Maybe introduced here for a cameo at the end of this one. So Tottenham will restart this one from the free kick earned by Son there. It will be Alderweireld clipping this one towards the left-hand side. Actually going to go straight up the middle. Header won by Diaz, but it will be collected by Son. He'll knock it down for Lo Celso, but his pass deflected, and De Bruyne has come away with it. We have Alderweireld actually down on the turf here with an injury here. It certainly is an injury. He is struggling to get back. He can't run. He's done. Good sliding challenge here from Reguilón, and teammates are probably going to alert him that he needs to knock this one out so that Alderweireld can get some attention here, holding the inside of his right leg, the one that swung through the ball there for that free kick. And yeah, that does not look good for Toby Alderweireld. Non-contact injury entirely, down on the turf, cannot run. Yep. So a replacement will be readied here for Toby Alderweireld, who unfortunately will force to be withdrawn, and the injury does not look good, and looks like Alderweireld was signaling on the turf for a muscle tear. So that will certainly keep him out for a while, which is unfortunate, and Gareth Bale will have to take a seat here as the third substitution will be used here. So Alderweireld will walk off on his own power here, but still is clutching the inside of that right leg. And as mentioned, did signal to the training staff that he believes he's torn a muscle. So I would expect him to be out 4 to 6 weeks, if not more. So he will be replaced by a youngster here. Joe Rodon will come on in favor of him. Davinson Sanchez not on the bench here today. So Rodon, newly introduced here, has probably about 13 minutes to hold this lead for Tottenham. One that they have earned through goals in the 5th minute from Son Heung-min, and then once again from Lo Celso about the 64th minute. Cancelo going to look long for Jesus, who will lose out on that header to Reguilón, and it looks like a clash of heads here between the two players. Will both immediately be attended to here by the referee, asking each if they need their trading staff, but a pretty clear clash of heads here. You can see Jesus stopping here, both going up, and yep, the top of Reguilón's head just going to come into the back of Jesus's here, or really the back as Reguilón kind of turns around there. That one will hurt. Both the players trying to help each other out here. It's actually see them both clutching the backs of their heads here, but should be able to carry on. I think more than a nasty knock. Those do not feel good for sure. Fortunately, not something that will stop you from continuing the match. Foul has been called on Reguilón as he was the one to get there second. So a free kick in a pretty decent position here for Man City. And they're sparking some instructions at his defenders here. Not sure if De Bruyne will strike this. It's probably in range for him. You can see one of the Tottenham players behind the wall trying to avoid a cheeky little short. He's actually going to clip this one into the box towards the back post, but Aurier is there to mark Sterling. Looks like it will come off the Englishman last. It will be a goal kick to Tottenham. So good enough defending there from Aurier at the back post. Disrupts any attempt from Sterling to get on top of that one, and Lloris can get us started once again as we tick over into the 84th minute of play. It's just 7 and some change here for Man City. No substitutions made since the last couple that we saw. They still have one available to them, but just have not been very cutting, very biting here today. Have City. So Ferran Torres will look backwards towards Phil Foden. Kyle Walker will look all the way across the pitch here. We'll pick out Sterling. Looks infield here. Cancelo cuts it. De Bruyne tries to look through the legs of Aurier in behind for Sterling, but does not get through Aurier. And even if it did, Sissoko was alert and waiting for that pass. Good work by Cancelo here to avoid the challenge of Son. We'll look infield. Rodri rides one challenge. Lo Celso still chasing him. Can't quite get there. De Bruyne. Diaz. Walker. Oh, and a great read from Reguilón. He's going to intercept this one. Now driving forward. Only has Kane in support. Will try to hold off Walker, but cannot do so. Walker doing a nice job to fix his mistake there as he wins it back. Man City will come again. Clip forward towards Foden. Don't think Foden's going to win out on this aerial duel with Højbjerg. He will not do so. Good jump here from Mora. Will win possession. Now driving in field. Lays it off for Son. Son will just wait for some support. He doesn't have a lot. Here's Mora. Son's in behind. Oh, good deflection there from Laporte to keep that one becoming dangerous. Good challenge from Mora here. We'll knock it out of play. Pep Guardiola and Manchester City seemingly just out of ideas here today. A couple substitutions have already been made, but they haven't looked any better since their introduction. Foden has been fairly anonymous. And Raheem Sterling has not really had a lot of involvement either. So despite the substitutions, the changes that have been made, really no change in the lack of bite here from City today. And with only about 5 minutes to play plus change, they are certainly up against it here. Still trailing 2-0 to this Tottenham side. Happy to send all 10 players behind the ball here. Allow the space to be eaten up as City slowly move this one forward. Now Jesus making a run into the channel here. We'll look infield for Sterling, but easily read there by Lo Celso. Possession one back. Now Tottenham can move forward. Kane has found Son. He's driving forward. Has Højbjerg in advance of him. We'll play it to Højbjerg, but maybe Pierre-Emile, not really used to being up that high up the pitch, kind of abandoned Son's pass there. It was eventually intercepted by Kyle Walker. Now Son running back here to get in position. We'll close down De Bruyne, but De Bruyne will ride past him. Cuts inside on his right. Looks into feet of Gabby Jesus. Jesus trying to find the angle. Poked off of him. It's good defending once again by Sissoko. Clips this one out. Does Aurier. Will be collected by Diaz, but once again, Tottenham closed down tightly as soon as the ball gets into a dangerous part of the pitch. Jesus cannot find a shooting angle. Foden cutting inside on his left. Has Sterling. Lobs this one outside, but again, easily read by Reguilón. He'll pick that one off. He looks up the line to Kane. Driving forwards, Harry Kane. Rodri trying to catch him, but cannot do so. Just gives up the chase and allows Ruben Diaz to be the one to close him down. Oh, and Ruben Diaz, poor challenge here. Clips across Kane's legs. That will be a yellow card for Diaz. And a free kick here to Tottenham as we tick over to the 88th minute of play. Kane has risen to his feet here. He's done his job, won his side a free kick as the only player up the field. And time continues to tick, tick, tick for Manchester City. Ruben Diaz will find himself in the book. Lo Celso will look in behind. Kane is not offsides despite the protests from Man City players, holding this one in the corner. Torres is there to meet him. He'll poke it off, but it arrives at the feet of Lo Celso. Fortunate bounce will find the feet of Kane before Jesus can finally bring it away. Good sliding challenge here from behind by Reguilón. He'll move forward. He'll be clipped from behind by Torres, and he will also be booked. So 2 quick yellow cards here for 2 different City players. Look at this challenge from Lo Celso, it actually is. What a challenge there. And Lo Celso has been incredibly impactful here today after his substitution, scoring 30 seconds afterwards, and since then has put in several excellent challenges, been solid in possession, connected well with his team, has just looked for all the world to be an impact sub, and that is not what we have seen from City subs. They have been very anonymous, have not been in the game, and even when they have been easily shut down by hordes of Tottenham defenders. So Spurs now trying to hold on to possession. Will be won back by Gabriel Jesus. He'll look in field for De Bruyne. Now shifted over to Cancelo. Moving forward. Clipping this one wide. Into Foden. Walker. Cancelo, clipping this one over to De Bruyne. Has a run in behind, but we'll just go back to Cancelo. Clips it back towards Ferran Torres. Settles it inside the box. Cuts it onto his left. Looks across. That one's blocked by Reguilón. Good sliding challenge by Kane here. Will interrupt Diaz, but it will be a foul on Kane. And it looks like he will end up in the book as well. Harry Kane asking a couple questions of the referee here. Take a look at this one. Yeah, it's a pretty poor challenge there from Kane. It leaves his legs out for that sliding challenge. Takes out Diaz. Think that's a deserving yellow card for Captain Fantastic here. Just about to tick over to the end of regulation. 90th minute here. Heard we will have 3 minutes of stoppage time. So 3 more minutes for City. They need this to be a goal. Delivery from De Bruyne. Wide open, and it's a save right on the goal line by Lloris. Reflex save from Hugo Lloris. It's a free header at the back post for Man City, and they still cannot convert. Oh, my word. How do you not finish that? Cross comes in. That one's headed away. I don't even know who it was, but shame on them for not getting a better direction on that header. It was an absolutely free header at the back post, and once again, just like the Rodri one early in the second half, it's headed directly into the waiting hands of Lloris, making that reflex save just a little bit easier. Corner kick one here by City. Here it comes from De Bruyne. This one escapes Ruben Diaz, comes all the way to Sterling. Shifts it for Cancelo. He will shoot, but that one not that close, and Lloris can just watch that one sail wide. It's a goal kick to Tottenham. 2 minutes remaining in stoppage time. Yeah, and that one does just go over there. Lloris was a little bit worried about it, but thought he had it read appropriately, and in the end, he is proven correct here. We'll sail just a bit high and a bit wide from Cancelo there. So I'm going to come long out to the right-hand side here. Up goes Aurier. Foul called on him, potentially on Kane. This one shifted over here. Ferran Torres escapes one challenge from Lucas Moura. Is forced to pass back by the second one. Now it's with Laporte. City running out of time here. Just a minute remaining in stoppage time. Raheem Sterling looking inside. And great defending here from Aurier. He's actually knocked it into the path of Cancelo, who then falls onto the turf. But Aurier's persistence allows him to clear this one away. Walker. Foden. Bring this one over to Cancelo. It's a little bit too high, and Cancelo cannot direct his cross accurately. It will go out for a goal kick, and that will probably spell the end of this match. And another 3 points into the pockets of Jose Mourinho and Tottenham. Just about 30 seconds remaining. I'm sure Lloris will eat the majority of this. May even take a yellow card to do so. Here is the clearance here. 15 seconds remaining. Kane will flick this one on. It's into the feet of Son Heung-min, but he can't win out against Laporte. Bouncing around the heads now. Rodri comes away with it. Lo Celso allows him to escape here. As full time is about to expire here. Good work from Walker, moving it into Ferran Torres. He's picked out Foden, shifts it back onto his left, still being challenged here. He goes down under the pressure. That's a foul. Will be a Manchester City free kick here. We are past regulation, but of course, Mike Dean will allow this attack to go on. Taken short quickly. And that will do it. Mike Dean blows for full time, and Tottenham run out 2-0 winners here at home against Pep Guardiola in Manchester City. And you have to say it's a deserved result for them here. They looked the better side on the day. They converted the chances that they had. And they will collect another 3 points here. Manchester City remain in 10th place on 12 points. Tottenham up near the top of the table. Once again, courtesy of goals from Heung-min Son in the 5th minute and Giovanni Lo Celso in the 65th minute. That'll do it for our coverage here today. Thanks again for tuning in. We will catch you next time. All right, guys. Thanks again. That'll do it for the match. There's only one person in chat, so I think I'm not going to go through match ratings here, but I will just mention one thing. I'm not a Man City fan. I'm a Man U fan, but it's frustrating to watch. Like, these are professional players. These are professional players, and they defend both the goals like garbage. I mean, like both center backs step up to Harry Kane for the first goal. On the second goal, Kane turns and runs at you. You have 3 defenders. There's 3 of you, right? 3 defenders. Lo Celso's on the left. Kane's running straight. And you have Bergwijn and Son making runs. Okay? So there's 2 players in advance of Kane. There's 3 defenders. And there's Kane running forward. Every one of the Man City defenders commits to the strikers running. So the strikers run this way. They run to the right. Cancelo is there. But both he and Laporte pick up the same man. They pick up the same run. It's Bergwijn's run. They pick up the same run. And so they both pick up the same run. Diaz picks up Son's run, which is fine. But because both of them pick up that same run, Diaz has to pick up Son's run. And once Diaz picks up Son's run, that's everybody. Kyle Walker's not there. And so Lo Celso's just free on the back post, and Kane just has the simplest assist of his life. He just has to roll into his path. And you're just sitting there scratching your head like, why is Cancelo not taking the run of Bergwijn? And why is Laporte not either dealing with Son or Kane? Like, what are they doing? And then you have the 2 chances. I mean, 2 free headers. Rodri, free header 6 yards out. I think it's Torres, free header 3 yards out at the back post. And they head them right into Lloris's hands. They don't even make him dive. Like, I know you can have bad performances. I understand that. But, like, these are some of the best players in the world. And if you can't defend... Like, this is high school level defending. This is amateur defending. This is the basics. If you can't do that and you can't head a ball from 3 yards out in an accurate direction with under no pressure, it's insane. They've got some shit to figure out, man, because I just can't believe that. It's the kind of thing where, like, you can't believe these are professional players. Like, seriously. Anyway. Mourinho will be happy with the result. It's a good win for Tottenham. Man City have some shit to figure out because they look bad defensively. Their players aren't stepping up. They have no energy on the pitch, and they can't finish. So I don't know what else to say. I don't think the performance was that bad, but it had no life. I'm actually going to watch the replay here. I'll stay live for a couple more minutes here. Look at that fucking... It's so bad. And what's Ederson doing? Why is he so far off his line? What are these guys doing? Look at this. Why is he defending? Oh my God. It's a shambles, dude. The more I look at that goal, the worse it looks. It's a shambles. Okay. So we saw this one. This is the right call. That's fine. So I'm going to wait for... I want to see this highlight of the header. And I do want to see the second goal because I want to see... Yeah, this is right. It's handball. I gotta see this. Yeah, it's a De Bruyne shot. I don't care about this. Oh, they're not even gonna show me the Rodri header. That sucks. Okay, let's watch this. So watch this. So it comes to Kane. You can see this. So here comes Lo Celso outrunning De Bruyne, and that's fine. Like this, De Bruyne bears some responsibility for this. But I'm gonna pause this. I can't pause it. Like, look. "15 seconds. I need to go back. I need to go back. I need to watch this. Watch the defenders here if you're watching this highlight. Watch Cancelo in particular and Laporte. Who are they following? There's two players. Look at, so here's Son's run. What is Cancelo doing? Oh my God. It's so bad. No, they're not going to show me the header either. Okay, that's it. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. I will be on vacation for the next 9 days. I will be back with some more Premier League action. Hopefully not this Monday, but the following Monday, and then I'll be good through Christmas break. But again, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful holiday break, and I will see you all later.